Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Yuchang International School, Secondary, and the IGCSE Drama Class of 2015 production of Anton Chekov's The Cherry Orchard. Before we begin, a couple of reminders. The play runs for about 85 minutes, and we will not be having an intermission. Please have all your mobile phones and sound-emitting devices to be on mute for the duration of the show. We are recording this production tonight in partial fulfillment for the requirements of coursework. And so we're also kindly requesting to please not use any light-emitting devices, because not only is it distracting to the other performers, but the light may also be picked up by our recording devices at the back. So please do not turn on your phones or your other gadgets that are emitting light, because it will be distracting and it may be picked up by our recording devices. School rules have said that there's no eating or drinking inside the auditorium. So if you have food in the auditorium, we are kindly requesting to please throw them out right now. Okay, so without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the IGCSE Drama Class of 2015 performance of Anton Chekov's The Cherry Orchard.
Yet I overslept myself in my chair. I wish you'd woken me.
I thought you'd gone away. I think I hear them coming.
No, they have to collect their luggage, and so... Ranyaskaya has been living abroad for 5 years now. I wonder what she'll be like. She's an easy, simple person. I remember when I was a boy at 15, my father hit me in the face and my nose bled. We went to the yard to get something, and he was a little drunk. Ranevskaya, as I remember her now, was still young and very slim. She told me, "Oh, don't cry, little man. I'll be all right in time for your wedding." Little man, my father was a peasant, it's true. But if you look closely and examine me, you'll find that I'm still a peasant, down to the marrow of my bones.
The dogs didn't sleep all night. They know they're coming.
What's the matter with you, Dunyasha?
My hands are shaking. I shall faint.
You're too sensitive. You dress like a lady. You do your hair like one too. You shouldn't. You should know your place.
The governor sent this, since they are going to a dining room.
And you'll bring me some kvass.
Very well.
There was a frost this morning, and I can't approve our weather. I can't. Nobody, allow me to say to you that I bought some shoes 2 days ago, and they squeak on unbearable manner. What should I put on them?
Just go away. You bore me.
Oh, every day. Some misfortune happens to me, but I don't complain. I can use it. I can smile. Oh, well, I shall go. Oh, sir.
Let me confess to you, Lovakin, that Yanikov has proposed to me.
Ah.
I don't know what to do about it. He's a nice young man, but every now and again when he begins talking, you can't understand a word he's saying. I think I like him, but he's an unlucky man. Every day something happens, and we tease him about it.
Shh. Wait, I think I hear them coming.
What's the matter with me? I'm cold all over.
Yes, it's them all right. Let's go down and meet them.
I shall faint in a minute. Oh, I'm fainting. Go back in. Let's come through here, Mother.
Can you still remember what this room is? The nursery.
But how cold it is. My hands are quite numb. The rooms, the white one and the violet one, are just as they used to be, Mother.
Oh, dear nursery, you beautiful room. I used to sleep here when I was a baby. And now I'm standing here like I'm a little girl again. Oh, my brother. Varia. Varia, you're just the same as ever, just like a nun. And Dunyasha, how can I forget you?
The train was 2 hours late. Now that, how's that for punctuality?
My dog eats nuts too.
To think of that now.
Come on, everyone.
Yasha! We did have to wait for you.
Oh, I didn't sleep for 4 nights on the journey. I'm awfully cold.
You went away during Lent when it was snowing and frosting. Darling. Oh, I must come say to you at once. I can't bear to wait a minute.
Something else now?
The Chekov Club has proposed to me.
Oh, always the same. I've lost all my hairpins.
I don't know what to do about it. He loves me. He loves me so much.
Oh, my room, my windows, as have never gone away. I'm at home. Tomorrow morning, I'll get up and have a round in the garden. Oh, if I could only get to sleep. I didn't sleep the whole journey. I was so bothered.
Peter came 2 days ago.
Peter?
He lives in the bathhouse, and he was afraid he'd been in the way. I ought to wake him, but Varia told me not to. Don't wake him, he said.
Dunyasha, some coffee, now. Mother wants some.
This minute.
Well, you've come. Glory to be God. Home again. Oh, I did have an awful time, I tell you. I can just imagine it.
I went away in Holy Week.
It was very cold then. Charlotte talked the whole way and would go on performing her tricks. Why did you tell Charlotte onto me? You couldn't go alone, darling, at 17. We went to Paris. It's cold there and snowing. I talk French horribly. Mother lives on the 5th floor. I go to her and find her with various Frenchmen, women, and everything tobacco smoke, and with no comfort at all. I suddenly felt very sorry for Mother. So sorry that I took her head in my arm and hugged her and wouldn't let her go. And then Mother started hugging me and crying. Oh, I beg you, don't say anymore. She's already sold her villa. She's nothing left. I don't have any money either. We just managed to get here. Mother won't understand. We had dinner at the station. She ordered all the expensive things and tipped all the waiters 1 ruble each. And Charlotte too. Yasha wants his share too, it's too bad. Oh, Mother's got equipment now. Yasha, we've bought him here. Oh, I saw that wretch. How's business? Has the interest been paid? There's not much chance of that. Oh God, oh God. This place will be sold in August. Oh God.
Moo!
I'd like to. Has he proposed to you, Varia? But he loves you. Why do you keep on waiting? Why don't you make up your mind? It's all about nothing. He's a busy man. I'm not his affair. Bless the man, but I don't want to see him. Everybody's going on about a wedding day. Everybody's congratulating me. But it's all about nothing. It's all a dream. You've got a bruise like a baby. And Mother bought it. In Paris, I went to balloon. The darlings come back. The pretty ones come back. I go all day looking after the house, And I think all the time, if only you could marry a rich man, then I'd be happy and go where some of it myself. From one holy place to another, I would tramp and tramp. That would be splendid.
The birds are staying in the garden. What's the time?
Oh, it must be getting on for 3. Quite time you went to sleep, darling.
May I go this way?
Yasha, I hardly knew you. You've changed abroad.
Who are you?
When you went away, I was only this high. I'm Dunyasha, don't you remember?
Oh, you little cute.
What was that?
I've dropped the tray.
It may bring luck.
We must tell Mother that Peter's here.
I told him not to wake him.
Father died 6 years ago. And a month later, our brother, Grisha, was drowned in the river. Such a dear little boy of 7. Mother couldn't bear it. She went away, without looking around. How I understand her, if only she knew. And Peter was Grisha's tutor. He might tell her.
The mistress is going to have some coffee here. Is the coffee ready? You, where's the cream?
Oh, dear me.
Old bungler. Back from Paris. The master went to Paris once. Encourage.
What are you talking about, Fierce?
I beg your pardon? The mistress is home again. I've lived to see her. Don't care if I die now.
Let me remember now. Ran into the corner, twice into the center.
Right into the pocket. Once upon a time, both of us used to sleep here. But now that I'm older, it does seem strange. Yes, time does go. Who does? I said time does go. Oh, it smells of patchouli here.
Good night, Mother. I'm going to bed.
Oh, my lovely little one. Glad to be home. I can't get over it.
Good night, Uncle.
May God be with you. How you do resemble your mother. You were just like her at her age, Luba.
She's awfully tired.
It's a very long journey.
Yes, sirs. It's getting on for 3. Quite time you left.
Oh, Faria, you're just the same as ever. I'll have my coffee, and then we'll go. Oh, thank you, dear. I'm used to coffee. I drink it day and night. Thank you, dear old man.
I'll go check on the luggage.
Is it really me sitting here? But I suppose I'm dreaming. God knows I love my country. I love it deeply. But still, I must have my coffee. Thank you, Fierce. Thank you, dear old man. I'm so glad you're still here with us.
The day before yesterday.
He doesn't hear well. Well, I've got to go out to Kharkov at once. I'm really sorry. I would like to stay for a while, to talk a little, to have a looking. You're as fine looking as ever.
Even finer looking, dressed in Paris fashions. Confound it all.
Your brother, Leonid, says I'm a snob, a usurer, but that's all nothing to me. But you, I wish you would believe in me like you once did. My father was a serf to your father and grandfather. But you did so much for me once upon a time that I loved you as you were family and even more.
I can't sit still. I'm not in the state to do it. You can laugh at me. I'm a silly woman. Oh, my dear little cupboard. My little table.
Well, the nurse has died in her absence.
Oh, yes, I've heard by letter.
And Anastasia has died too. Peter Kosko has left and now lives in town with the commissioner of police.
My daughter, the Shenka, sent her along.
Look, I want to say something very happy, something delightful, but I haven't much time, so say in 2 or 3 words. As you already know, your estate has to be sold to pay your debts. But you may sleep well, you needn't be alarmed. Here's my plan, listen carefully. As you already know, your estate is 13 miles from town and the railway runs through. So, if the land by the river and the cherry orchard is broken up into building plots and leased off for villas, you'll make at least 25,000 rubles a year.
How utterly absurd!
I don't understand you at all, Lopakin.
25,000 rubles a year. And if you advertise now, I'm willing to bet there will be no vacant plots left by the autumn. In other words, you're safe. I congratulate you. But you need some cleaning up. Tear down these old buildings, like this one, which is no use to anyone right now, and cut down the cherry orchard.
My dear man, cut it down? But you don't understand anything at all. If there's anything remarkable or interesting about this whole province, it's the cherry orchard of ours.
The only thing remarkable about your cherry orchard is that it's very large, and it bears fruit every other year. And you don't know what to do with them. No one buys any anymore.
Well, this cherry orchard was mentioned in the encyclopedic dictionary.
Look, if we can't make up our minds to anything, then both the cherry orchard and the estate must be sold. I swear, there's no other way out. I'll swear it again.
In the old days, we draw the cherries and make jam.
Be quiet, Fierce.
And we sent the draw cherries in cars to Moscow. And money. The draw cherry was soft, juicy, sweet, and nicely scented. They knew the way.
What was the way?
They've forgotten. Nobody remembers.
What about Paris? Did you eat frogs?
I ate crocodiles.
Think of that now.
Up to now, the village is full with gentries and laborers, but all the towns, even the small ones, are surrounded by villas. And it's safe to say in 20 years' time, the villa residents will be everywhere. Up to now, he's sitting on his balcony, drinking tea, but it may well come to pass that he'll cultivate this patch of land. And then your cherry orchard will be truly happy, splendid, and rich.
What rot!
Here's your telegrams for you, little mother. Here they are.
Oh, they're from Paris. I've done with Paris.
Do you know, Luba, how old this bookcase is? Well, I've opened the bottom drawer and found some marks burnt in it. This bookcase was made exactly 100 years ago. What do you think of that? We could celebrate its jubilee. It's definitely a fine bookcase.
100 years? Think of that now.
Yes, it's real. My dear and honorable bookcase, I congratulate you on your existence, of which you have upheld virtue and faith to the generations of our race.
Yes.
You're just the same as ever, Leon.
Double the white to the right, across the middle.
Really, I have to go.
Madam Renowskaya, will you take your pills now?
You shouldn't take your pills, dear madame. They do neither harm or good. Here, give them here. I've taken all the pills.
You're off your head.
Gormandizer.
They were here in Easter week, and they are full of cucumbers.
What is he talking about?
He's been mumbling away for 3 years now. We're used to that.
Smell decay.
Charlotta Ivanova. I do not believe we have the chance to say how do you do yet.
If you let people kiss your hand, then they want your elbow, then your shoulders, and then...
Well, my luck's out today. Show us a trick, Charlotta.
Yes, Charlotta, do us a trick.
It's not necessary. I'm going to bed.
Well, it's time I went. Goodbye. We'll see each other in 3 weeks. Au revoir. Please, think about it. If you make up your minds to the villas, I'll raise a loan of 50,000 rubles immediately.
Do go, now!
I'm going.
Oh, snob. Still, I beg your pardon. Varia is going to marry him. He is Varia's young man.
Don't talk too much, Uncle.
To speak the honest truth, he's a worthy man. My daughter Dashenka says so. She says a lot of things. But if you could raise that loan of 240 rubles by tomorrow morning, you pay the interest on the mortgage.
No, we haven't got that money.
It's quite true. I'm nothing at all.
I'll find it, all right. I used to think everything's lost and I'm a dead man. When lo and behold, a railway was built over my land and they paid me for it. The Shenka may win 20,000 rubles. She's got a lottery ticket.
Oh, the coffee's all gone. We can all go to bed now.
You put on the wrong trousers again. What am I to do with you?
Shh! Anya's asleep in there. The moon has risen already. It isn't cold. Look, little mother, what lovely trees. And the air. The starlings are singing.
Oh, the whole garden's white. Do you remember, Luba? It's a straight avenue. Straight like a stretched strap. It shines under the moonlight nights. Do you remember, Luba?
Oh, my childhood days of my innocence. In this nursery I used to sleep. I used to look out from here into the orchard, and happiness used to wake me every morning. And it was just as it is right now. Nothing has changed. Oh, my beautiful orchard. After the dark autumns and the cold winters, you're young again, full of happiness.
Yes.
If only I can take my heavy burden off my breast and shoulders. If only I can forget my past.
Yes, and they will sell this place off just to pay off debts. How strange it seems.
Look! There's my dead mother dressed in white, walking into the orchard. That's her!
Where?
Mother, God bless you.
No, there wasn't anybody there. I just thought I saw somebody. Look, the white little tree bent down, looking just like a woman.
Madam Renevskaya, I only want to show myself, and I'll go away. I was told to wait till the morning, but I don't have the patience.
It's Peter Trofimov.
Peter Trofimov, once the tutor of your Grisha, have I changed so much?
Grisha, my boy! Grisha, my son!
What I wish you do, little mother, is the will of God.
It's all right, it's all right.
My boy was drowned here. Why, my friend? Oh, Anya's asleep in there, and I'm speaking so loudly. Well, Peter, what happened to you? What made you look so old?
On the train, an old woman called me a decayed gentleman.
Oh, yes. You were quite a boy back then, a nice little student. But now, your hair is not at all thick, and you wear spectacles. Are you really still a student?
I suppose I shall always be a student.
It's time for bed. Good night. Good night, my brother. You look old somehow.
Yes, we've got to go to bed. Oh, my God. I guess I'll stay here for the night. If only you could get me 240 rubles by tomorrow morning.
Still the same story.
240 rubles to pay the interest on the mortgage.
But I've nothing at all.
I'll pay it back. It's a small sum.
Well then, Leonid, give it to him.
What? Why?
But he said he'll give it back to you, and he needs it.
Well, my sister hasn't lost the habit of throwing money all around. Stand up, you! Do! You smell of poultry.
You're just the same as ever, Leonid.
What's he saying?
Yasha, your mother's come. She's sitting in the servant's room since yesterday and wants to see you.
Bless the woman.
Shameless man.
A lot of use is in her coming. She might have come tomorrow just as well.
Mother hasn't altered the scrap. She's just as she always was. She'd give away everything if the idea only entered her head.
Yes, yes. If there's an illness in which people can offer many remedies, it can be sure that the illness is quite incurable. It would be nice to inherit a fortune from somebody else. It would be nice to marry Anya to a rich young man. It would be nice to try my luck on my aunt, the Countess. My aunt is very, very rich.
If only God will help us.
Oh, don't cry, Varia. My aunt's very rich. But only she doesn't like us. My sister, in the first place, married an advocate, not a noble. She not only married a man who's not a noble, but she behaved herself in some way that you can describe as improper. Well, I am very fond of her. Say what you will in her favor, you still have to admit that she is a very wicked woman. You can feel it in the slightest movement of her body.
Anya's behind you.
Really? Yes. It's so curious that something went into my right eye and I cannot see properly now.
Anya, why aren't you in bed?
Can't sleep. It's no good.
My darling, my child, you're not my niece. You're my angel. You're my all. Believe in me. Believe in me.
I do believe in you, Uncle. Everybody loves you and respects you. But only, Uncle dear, you ought to say nothing. What were you saying just now about my mother? Your own sister? Why did you say those things?
Yes, it was really awful of me. Save me, my God. And only just now I made a speech about a bookcase. It was so silly. And just by the end of that speech, I've noticed how silly I was.
Yes, Uncle dear, you really ought to say less. Keep quiet, that's all.
You'll be so much happier if you only kept quiet.
All right, I'll be quiet. Well, let's go back to business. On Thursday, I was on a district court, and I think I can arrange a loan to pay back the interest into the bank.
Oh, if only God will help us.
Well, I'll go to talk to them again tomorrow. Meanwhile, Varia, don't howl. I'm sure your mother will talk to Lopakin, and he, of course, won't refuse. Well, after you've rested, you shall go to your grandmother, the Countess. And there, all in all, we will have 3 irons in the fire, and we'll be safe. We will pay back all of the interest. I'm certain of it. I swear on my honor, on anything you will, that this estate won't be sold. You may call me a dishonorable wretch if I let this go into auction. I swear by all I am.
How good and clever you are, Uncle. I'm happy now, I'm happy. All's well.
Be honest. Don't you fear God? Well, I'm going to bed.
All right, I'm coming. You go away, fierce. All right, you two, it's time for bed. Oh, the peasants don't love me for nothing. We have to learn to know about...
Uncle, you're doing it again.
I told you, Uncle, be quiet.
Be honest.
I'm coming. All right, you two, it's time for bed.
I'm quiet now. I don't want to go to Yaroslav. I don't want to see grandmother. But I'm calm now, thanks to Uncle.
It's okay. You should go to sleep. I'll go. But there has been an unpleasantness here while you were away. In the old servants' part of the house, they said letting some tramps spend the night there. I said nothing. But then I heard that they said that I had ordered them to be fed on peas and nothing else. For meanness, you see. Anya, you've choked out. Come on, dear. Let's go to bed. Come on. Come on, dear.
My son, my spring.
I don't have a real passport. I don't know how old am I, and I think I'm young. When I was a little girl, my father and mother used to go around fairs and bring very good performances. But when Papa and Mama died, a German lady took me to her and began to teach me. I like it, and I grew up as a governess. And where I came from and who I am, I don't know. I do want to talk, but I don't have anybody to talk to. I don't have anybody at all.
Oh, what this noisy earth on me, what matter friends and fears? I'd like play it on mandolin.
That's a guitar, not a mandolin.
For a madman in love, this is mandolin. Oh, that bird was warm.
These people sing terribly, fools, like jackals.
But still, it must be nice to live abroad.
Yes, certainly. I can't differ you from there.
That is perfect natural. Abroad, everything is complex.
That goes without saying.
I am an educated man, and I read remarkable books, but I can't understand the direction I myself want to go.
I'm done. Now I'll go. Yekbikuto, you're such a clever man and very terrible. Women must be madly in love with you. These wise ones are all so stupid. I don't have anybody at all. I'm always alone. I don't know who I am or why I am.
As a matter of fact, I must express my feeling that I should like to trouble you, Dunyasha, for 2 words.
Say on.
I should like to be alone with you.
Very well. But first, bring me my little cloak. It's by the cupboard. It's a little damp here.
Yes, I will. I will bring.
I'm so nervous. I went into service when I was quite a little girl, and now I'm not used to common life. I'm so afraid if you would deceive me, Yasha.
Yes, certainly. Every girl must respect herself. I dislike nothing better than a badly behaved girl.
I'm awfully in love with you. You're an educated man. You can talk about everything.
Yes, certainly. If a girl loves anybody, that means she's immoral. It's nice to smoke a cigar out of the open air. Wait, somebody's coming. Go by this path as if you've been bathing in the river. I can't stand this sort of things.
My head's aching because of your cigar.
You must make up your minds definitely. There is no time to waste. Are you willing to let your land for villas or no? The question is perfectly plain.
What's that horrible smell?
Oh, they built that railway over there, which makes this town come quite in handy. I've went to town and had lunch. Oh, right into the middle. I would just want one game now.
You'll have time.
Just give me an answer. Just one word.
Oh, really?
Oh, I had a lot of money yesterday, but today, there's very little. My poor Varya, she feeds everyone on soup just to save money. In the kitchen, the old people only get peas. And I spend recklessly. Oh, look, they're all over the place.
Oh, permit me to pick them up for you.
Please do, Yasha. And why did I go there to have lunch? A horrid restaurant with tablecloths smelling of soap. Why do you drink so much, Leon? Why do you talk so much? You talked again too much today in the restaurant. And it wasn't at all to the point. And who were you speaking to? The waiters. About decadence.
I can't be cured, that's really obvious. What's the matter with you? Why do you keep twisting about in front of me?
I can't listen to your voice without laughing.
Either he or I.
Go away, Yasha. Get out of this.
All right, this minute.
The rich man Doriganov is planning to buy your estate. They say he'll come to the sale himself.
Where did you hear that from?
Well, they say so in town.
Well, my grandmother has promised to send us something, but I don't know how much or when is it.
How much was he sent? 100,000 rubles? Or 2 perhaps?
I'd be glad for 10 or 15,000 rubles.
You must excuse my saying so, but I have never met such frivolous people as you. Here I am telling you in plain language, your estate will be sold, but you don't seem to understand.
What is to be done? Tell us.
I tell you every day. I say the same thing every day. Both the cherry orchard and the estate must be leased off for villas immediately. The auction is staring you in the face. Once you make up your minds to the villas, you have as much money as you want, and you'll be saved.
Villa and villa's residence. It's so vulgar, excuse me.
I entirely agree with you.
I must cry or yell or faint. I just can't stand you people. You're too much for me, you old woman.
Excuse me? Old woman!
No, don't go away. Be a dear, please. Perhaps we'll find some way out.
What's the good of trying to think?
You know what? I've been waiting for something to happen for many days. But It seems like the house is going to collapse over our heads.
Off the white to the right, into the corner pocket. The red goes into the middle pocket.
We've sinned too much.
What sins have you committed?
They say that I've eaten all my substances into sugar candies.
Oh, my sins. I've always scattered money around without holding myself in like a mad woman. And I married a man who made nothing but debts. My husband died of champagne. He drank terribly. And to my misfortune, I fell in love with another man and went off with him. And just at that time, it was my first punishment. Here, in this river, my boy was drowned. I went away, never to return, never to see this river again. I shut my eyes and ran without thinking. But he ran after me, without pity, without respect. I bought a villa because he fell ill there, and for 3 years, I knew no rest either by day or night. That sick man wore me out. He dried up my soul. And when they sold the villa to pay my debts, I went off to Paris. And there he was again. He robbed me with all I had, and he went off with another woman. I tried to poison myself. It was so silly, so shameful. And suddenly, I longed to be back to Russia, to my own land, with my little girls. Oh Lord, please forgive me. Punish me no more. I had this today from Paris. He begs for my forgiveness. He implores me to return.
Well, I saw an awfully funny thing at the theater last night.
I'm sure there's nothing funny at all, my friend. You should look at yourself. You shouldn't go and watch plays. What a great life you lead.
Yes, it's true. To speak the honest truth, we all live a silly life. My father was a fool. He was always drunk and used a stick on me. I'm a fool too. I learned nothing. My handwriting is bad. I write so that I'm quite ashamed in front of people, like a pig.
Well, my friend, you ought to get married.
Yes, it's true.
Why not to Ivaria? She's a nice girl.
Yes.
She's quite homely. She works all day. But what matters the most, Lopakin, she's in love with you, and you loved her for a long time.
Well, I don't mind. She is a nice girl.
Well, I've been offered a place into the bank. 6,000 rubles a year. Did you hear?
What's the matter with you? Stay where you are.
Please, sir, put this on. It's damp.
You're a nuisance, old man.
It's all very well. You went away this morning without telling me.
You look old, Fierce.
I beg your pardon?
She says you've grown very old.
I've been alive for a long time. You were getting ready to marry me before your father was born. Before the emancipation came, I was already the first valet. Only I didn't agree with the emancipation and remained with my people.
It was very good for them in the old days. At any rate, they used to beat them.
Rather, the peasants kept their descent from the masters, and the masters kept their descent from the peasants. And now everything's anyhow. You could not understand anything.
Be quiet, Fierce. I've got to go to town tomorrow. I've been promised an introduction of the general, who may lend me some money on a bill.
Nothing will come of it. Don't you worry. You won't pay your debts.
He's talking rubbish. There's no general at all.
Here they are.
Mother's sitting down there.
Oh, my little girls. Only you two knew how much I love you. Sit down next to me.
So, our eternal student is always with the ladies, huh?
That's not your business.
He's almost 50, and he's still a student.
Leave off your silly jokes.
Getting mad, eh? Silly.
Shut up, can't you?
I really wonder what you think of me.
I think, Lopakin, that you're a rich man, and you soon be a millionaire. Just as the wild beast which eats everything it finds is needed for changes to take place in matter, so you are needed too.
Tell us something about the planets, Peter.
No, let's go on with yesterday's talk.
About what?
About the proud man.
Yesterday, we talked for a long time, but we didn't come to anything in the end. Perhaps you are right from your point of view, but we take matters simply. Then what pride can there be if a man isn't perfectly made?
You'll die all the same.
What does it mean you'll die? Perhaps a man has 100 senses, and when he dies, only the 5 known to us is destroyed, and the remaining 95 are left alive.
Oh, how clever of you, Peter.
Oh, awfully.
Everything that is unattainable now will someday be near at hand and comprehensible. But we must work. We must help with all our strength those who seek to know what fate will bring. In Russia, only a very few of us work. The vast majority of us seek for nothing, do nothing, and are at present incapable of hard work. They treat peasants like animals. They're all serious, they all severe faces. They philosophize. And at the same time, the vast majority of us live like savages. And it's obvious that all nice talk are only carried on to distract ourselves and others. I don't like serious faces. I don't like serious conversations. Let's be quiet sooner.
You know, I get up at 5 every morning. I work till the evenings, and I'm always dealing with money, mine and other people's. And I see what people are like. You've only got to begin to do anything to see how few honest, honorable people there are.
Oh, your picket-off's there.
A picket-off's there.
The sunset, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Oh, nature, thou art wonderful and beautiful. Thou
Uncle, you're doing it again.
You better
Don't
double
talk
the
too much, Uncle.
You
All
better
right.
double the red into the middle.
Right, I'll be quiet.
Oh, what's that?
I don't know. It may have been a bucket falling down a well somewhere.
Or perhaps it's some bird, maybe a heron.
Or no.
It's unpleasant somehow.
Before the misfortune, the same thing happened, and all screamed without stopping.
Before what misfortune?
Before the emancipation.
You know what, my friends? It's evening now. Oh, Varia, Anya, you've tears in your eyes. What happened, little girl?
It's nothing, Mother.
Someone's coming.
Excuse me, may I go this way straight to the station?
Yes, you may go along this path.
I beg you from the bottom of my heart. Lovely weather. My brother. My suffering brother. Come out on the Volga. 妹妹早了, Let's give a hungry Russian lady go past.
There's manners everyone's got to keep.
There, take this. There's no silver. Here's gold.
I'm deeply grateful to you.
I'm going, little mother. At home there's nothing but a servancy, and you gave him gold.
What is to be done as a fool as I am? At home, I'll give you anything I have. Lopakin, lend me some more.
Very well.
Varia, we've settled your affair. I congratulate you.
You shouldn't joke about this, Mother.
Oh, feel me. Get thee to a nunnery.
My hands are all trembling. I haven't played billiards for a long time.
Oh, feel me, nymph. Remember me in thine horizons.
It'll soon be supper time. Come on, everyone.
Yes, I'm going.
Oh, and ladies and gentlemen, let me remind you that the cherry orchard will be sold on August 22. Think of that! Think of that!
Thanks to a tramp who frightened Varia, we're alone now.
Varia's afraid we might fall into love with each other and won't get from us for days on end. Her narrow mind won't allow her to understand that we are above love.
How beautiful you talk. It's glorious here today.
Yes, the weather's wonderful.
What have you done to me, Peter? I don't love the cherry orchard as I used to. I loved it so tenderly. I thought there was no better place in the world than our orchard.
Oh, Russia is our orchard. The land is great and beautiful. There are many marvelous places in it. Think, Anya. All your ancestors were serf owners. They owned living souls. And now doesn't something human look at you from every cherry in the orchard? Don't you hear voices? Oh, it's awful. Your orchard, it's terrible. And when in the evening you walk through the orchard, the barks in the trees seem to shed a dim light. And they seem to be dreaming of all that was 200 years ago. And they are oppressed by their heavy visions. Still, at any rate, we've left those 200 years behind us. So far, we gain nothing at all. We only philosophize. We complain that we are dull. For it's so clear that in order to live in the present, we must redeem the past. And that can only be done by suffering. Understand that, Anya.
The house in which we live has long ceased to be our house. I shall go away, I give you my word.
If you have the housekeeping keys, throw them down the well and go away. Be as free as the wind.
How nicely you said that.
Believe me, Anya, believe me. I'm not 30 yet. I'm still young. I'm still a student. But I've undergone a great deal. I'm as poor as a beggar. And where haven't I been? Fate has tossed me everywhere. But my soul is always my own.
The moon is rising.
Anya!
That's Varia again. Disgraceful.
Never mind. Let's go to the river. It's nice there.
Sure, let's go.
Anya! Where are you? Anya! Anya! Come home!
To dance. But as they say, if you're in Rome, you must do as Romans do. I've got the strength of a horse. My father, who liked as a joke, used to say the Seminole pigeon was descended from the identical horse that Caligula made a senator. But the trouble is, I've got no money. A dog only believes in me, so I only believe in money.
Yes, there's something eloquent about your figure.
Well, a horse is a fine animal. You can sell a horse.
Madam Lopakin, Madam Lopakin.
Decayed gentleman!
Yes, I'm a decayed gentleman, and I'm proud of it.
We have this party, but how are we supposed to pay for it?
If the energy which you'll spend in looking for money to pay the interest has been spent on something else, then I believe after all, you'll be able to turn everything upside down.
Well, Nietzsche, a philosopher, a great, most celebrated man, says you can forge banknotes.
And have you read Nietzsche?
Well, the Schenk has, and she told me, now that I'm in such a position, I wouldn't mind forging some. I've got to pay 310 rubles the day after tomorrow. I've got 130 already. It's... I've lost the money. The money's gone. Oh, it's just right here behind the lining.
Where's the almond? What's taking him so long?
Business is off, I suppose.
Here's a pack of cards. Think of anyone you like.
I follow one.
1, 2, 3. Now, you will find it in your card tag.
Oh, Ace of Spades, quite right. Think of that now.
Tell me, Captain, what's the top card?
Well, the Queen of Spades.
Right!
Ace of Hearts.
Right!
Delightful shot, Ivanova. I'm simply in love.
In love? Can you love?
Oh, you horse.
Attention, please. Here's another trick. Here's a nice red shawl. Won't
Think of
anybody
that now.
buy it? 1, 2, 3. Once again. 1, 2, 3.
Bravo, bravo.
What? You little wretch?
Why isn't Leonid here? Everything must be over by now. If the estate is sold, or if the sale never came off, then why is he still there?
Uncle has bought it. I'm certain of it.
Oh, yes.
Grandmother gave him her authority for him to buy it under her name and transfer the debt to her. She's doing it for Anya. I'm certain that God will help us and Uncle will buy it.
Grandmother sent 15,000 rubles from Yaroslav to buy the property in her name. But she won't trust us, and it wasn't even enough to pay the interest. Oh, my fate will be settled today.
Madam Lopakin.
Eternal student. He's already been expelled twice from the university.
Why are you angry, Varya? He's teasing you about Lopakin. Well, if you like him, you can marry him. He's a good, interesting man. If you need it, you don't have to. No one wants to force you against my will.
I do look at the matter seriously, little mother. To be quite frank, he's a good man and I like him.
Then why don't you marry him? I don't understand.
I can't propose to him myself, little mother. People have been talking about him to me for 2 years now, but he either says nothing or he jokes about it. I understand, he's rich, he's busy, he can't bother about me. If I had some money, even a little, even only 100 rubles, I'd throw everything and go away. I'd go into a convent.
How nice.
A student ought to have some sense. How ugly you are now, Peter. How old you've grown. But I can't go on without working, little mother. I want to be doing something every minute.
I picked us broken a billiard cue.
What? Why is he picking up here? Who said he could play billiards? I don't understand you people.
Well, Peter, we shouldn't tease her. You see, she's quite unhappy without that.
For the whole summer, she's given no peace to me or Anya. What has it to do with her? If I ever gave her a ground, I was duped to such vulgarity. We are above love.
Then I suppose I must be beneath love. Why isn't Leonid here? If only I knew whether the estate is sold or not. This disaster seems so improbable to me. I can't even think properly. Save me, Peter. Say something.
Isn't it all the same whether the estate is sold today or isn't? It's been all up for a long time. You shouldn't deceive yourself. And for once in your life, you should look the truth straight in the face.
What truth? You see where truth is and where untruth is? But I seem to have lost my sight and seen nothing. You boldly settle all important questions. But my dear man, isn't it because you're young? Isn't it because you haven't had time to settle a single one of your questions? You're bolder, more honest, deeper than we are. But think only and have mercy on me, dear kind man. I was born here. My father and mother lived here. My grandfather too. And if the estate really must be sold, then sell me with it. I love the orchard, and I couldn't imagine my life without it. Oh, Peter, please have mercy on me. My son was drowned here.
You know, I sympathize with all my soul.
Yes, but it ought to be said differently. I'm sick at heart. I can't even talk properly, and you won't understand. I'm afraid of the silence. Peter, you know I love you, like you belong to my own family, and I'd gladly let Anya marry you. But my dear man, you ought to finish your studies and off to work. Only fate throws you around from places to places. Isn't that true?
I don't want to be a pauper.
This telegram's from Paris. That wild man is sick again. He begs for my forgiveness. He implores me to return. But what can I do? Why do you look so severe, Peter? You know I love him. He's ill. He's alone. No one's taking care of him. Yes, and I love him. And that love is like a stone around my neck. And I'm going down to the bottom with it. Peter, please, please, I beg of you, don't think badly of me.
For God's sake, forgive my speaking candidly, but that man has robbed you.
No, no, you oughtn't to say that. No!
He's rich. He's a petty thief. You alone don't understand it.
You're just 26 and a schoolboy of second class.
Why not?
You ought to be a man. You ought to love yourself. Yes, yes, you are pure. You're just a freak.
What are you saying?
I'm above love. No, you're not. You're just what our fears calls a bungler. Not to have a mistress at your age.
What are you saying? This is horrible. I can't stand it. I'll go away. All is over between us.
No, Peter, I was joking, you silly man. Ah! What happened?
Peter's fallen downstairs!
Oh, that Peter's a marvel. Oh, Peter, you pure soul. I beg your pardon, but we must have a talk.
Well, grandfather.
I'm not well. I'm very weak. The grandfather, the dead master.
I'm tired of you, grandfather. If you only hurry up and go and kick the bucket.
Oh, you bugger.
Someone in the kitchen was saying just now that the cherry orchard was sold today.
Sold? To whom?
He didn't say to whom. He's gone now.
Some old man was chattering about a long time ago. A stranger.
And Leone isn't here yet. He hasn't come. He's wearing a light overcoat. He will catch cold, this young pea.
Yasha, go and find out to whom it's sold. Oh, I'll die of this.
Oh, but he's gone for a long time. A silly man.
What are you so glad about?
I think it was too funny. 220 troubles.
Fierce, if the estate is sold, where will you go?
I will go wherever you order me to go.
Why do you look like that? Are you ill, my friend? Perhaps you should go to bed.
I will go to bed. But who will hand things around and give orders without me? I have the whole house on my shoulders.
Madam Random Sky, I want to ask a favor of you. If you've been so kind, please take me to Paris with you. Please be so kind.
Madame Raniskaya, please, may I ask you for the pleasure of a little waltz, dear lady? But all the same, if only you could give me 180 rubles by tomorrow. 180 rubles.
The young mistress tells me to dance, and my head goes round, and my heart beats fierce.
Impolite.
I'm a delicate girl. I simply love words of tenderness.
You will lose your head.
You, Dunyasha, won't see me no more than if I was some insect. Oh, life.
What do you want?
Perhaps you may be right, but certainly you must accuse my candidness have absolutely reduced me to state of mind. You give me a word and I...
Please, we'll talk later on, but leave me alone now. I'm meditating.
Every day, some unfortunate happens to me. If I may say so express myself. Only smile and even laugh.
Haven't you gone yet, Simon? You really have no respect for anybody. Dunyasha, you go away. You walk about and play billiards and act as if you're a visitor.
You cannot. If I may say so, call me to order.
I'm not calling you to order, I'm only telling you. You just walk about from place to place and never do your work. Goodness knows why you keep a clerk.
Whether I work or walk about or eat or play billiards, it's only a matter to be said by people of understanding and my elders.
You dare talk to me like that? You dare? Get out of here, this minute! Get out!
I must ask you to express yourself more nicely.
Get out this minute! I won't see anything of you! Get out!
I will make a complaint against you.
What? Coming back? Well then take that! Oh, I'm so sorry.
Much obliged.
Oh,
I thank you for the pleasant reception, though.
oh, there's nothing to thank me about. I didn't hurt you, did I?
No, it's nothing. Never mind.
Look again to return.
Now we'll see what's there to see and hear what's there to hear.
Leonid? No, that's Lopakin. What took you so long? Where's Leonid?
Well, he came back with me. He's, coming.
Is the cherry orchard sold?
Well, the sale ended up at 4 o'clock. We missed the train, so we took the 9 o'clock train back.
Leon, dear, well, what happened? Oh, for the love of God, tell me!
Here, take these. Here's some anchovies. I didn't eat all day. I didn't have time. I'm awfully tired. How do you change my clothes first?
Come on, tell us what happened.
Is the cherry orchard sold?
It is sold.
To whom?
I bought it.
You may as well just take my keys and run away.
Oh, I bought it. Oh, my head is going round. I can't talk. So, when we got to the sale, the unit only had 15,000 rubles, and someone already bid 30 on top of the original mortgage. So, I grabbed hold, and I bid 40. He bid 45, and I bid 55. In the end, I bid 90 more than original mortgage, and it stayed with me. The cherry orchard is mine. Oh, God! Don't laugh at me. And my fathers and grandfathers rose from their graves and saw this whole affair, saw how I, who used to run barefoot in the winter, has bought an estate, which is the most beautiful thing in the world. An estate where my fathers and grandfathers were slaves. They weren't even allowed in the kitchen. It's all a dream, illusion. It's the fruit of imagination, wrapped in the fog of the unknown. But it's all one. Come and look at Lopakin, laying his axe on the cherry orchard. Come and see the trees falling. We'll build villas here. Our grandsons and great-grandsons will seek a new life. So why then? Why then, dear madam? Why didn't you listen to me? There's no going back now. If only our uneven lives were settled.
Fine, come on. Let's leave her alone and go to drawing board.
I'm coming! The new owner of the cherry orchard is coming!
Mother, I love you. Bless you. The cherry orchard is sold. We've got it no longer. It's true. But don't cry, Mother. You've still got your life before you. You're still your beautiful parasol. Come with me, come, dear. We'll plant a new garden, finer than this. And you'll see. And deep joy, gentle joy, while sinking your soul, like the evening sun. And your smile, Mother. Come with me. Let's go.
common people have come and say goodbye. I'm of the opinion, Lavakin, that they were good people, but they don't understand much.
You gave them your purse. You can't go on like this. You can't.
I couldn't help myself. I couldn't!
Please, I ask you most humbly, have a glass. Please, just one. If only I knew, I wouldn't have bought any. I shouldn't drink either. Yasha, have some at any rate.
Good luck to those who stayed behind. I can assure you, it isn't a real champagne.
8 rubles a bottle. It's devilish cold in here.
There's no fires today. We're going away.
Right now, it's supposedly sunny, but it's only rather cold. It's nice and sunny, good for building. Ladies and gentlemen, let me remind you, there's 47 minutes until the train departs. You must go down to the station in 20 minutes. Hurry up!
Well, it's about time we went. The carriages are waiting. Where the devil are my galoshes? I can't find them. They're lost. Anya, I can't find my galoshes. I can't.
So, I'm off to car club at once. I'm going as the same train as you. I have some business to attend to. Here I am, staying with you guys, going rusty without work. I can't live without work. I must have something to do with my hands.
Well, we'll go away now, and then tomorrow you can start your useful labors.
So, you're off to Moscow now?
Mm-hmm.
I assume the professors don't lecture without you around.
That's not your business.
How many years have you been going to this university?
Think of something fresh that is old and flat. You know, we may not meet each other again, so let me just give you a word of advice. Stop waving your hands about. Get rid of the habit of waving your hands about. Building villas and then reckoning their residents becoming freeholders in time. It's all a matter of waving your hands about.
Oh, goodbye. Thanks for all you said. If you want any, take some money from me for the journey.
Why should I? I don't want it.
But you've nothing.
Yes, I have. Thank you. But I just can't find my galoshes.
Well, take your rubbish away.
Why are you angry, Varya? These are not my galoshes.
You know, in the spring, I sold 30,000 acres of poppies, and I made 40,000 rubles net profit. So I made 40,000 rubles. I mean, I love to lend you some. But why do you keep turning your nose up at it? I'm just a simple peasant.
Your father was a peasant, mine was a chemist, and that means absolutely nothing. No. Even if you give me 20,000, I shall refuse. I'm a free man. And everything that you people, rich and poor, value so highly and dearly, hasn't the least influence over me. I can do without you. I can pass you by. I am strong and proud.
Will you get there?
Yes, and I'll show others the way.
Well, it's time to be off. Here we are pulling up on each other's roads, yet life still goes on. When I work for a long time, and I don't get tired, I try to think properly, and I think I know why I exist. But there's so many people in Russia who work for nothing, yet life also still does go on. Leonid accepted a post at a bank. He'll make lots and lots of money, but nothing will come of it. He's really lazy.
Might I ask if you are stopping cutting on cherry orchard until she's gone away?
Yes, you have enough time not to do that.
All right. He's right.
Has he been sent to the hospital?
I gave the order this morning. I suppose they've sent him.
Pick it up. Please ask if Fear has been sent to the hospital.
What's the purpose of saying 10 times?
It's useless. Oh, well, I have an opinion. That the age fails. Oh, yeah, and isn't it was Mandy? He just should die. Oh, of course, I thought so.
2 and 20 troubles.
Has Fierce been sent to the hospital?
Yes!
Why didn't they take a letter to the doctor?
It will have to be sent after him.
Where's Yasha? Tell him his mother's come and wants to say goodbye to him.
She'll make me lose all patience.
If you only looked at me once, Yasha, you're going away, leaving me behind.
What's the use of crying? In 6 days, I'll be against the parents. We get to the express and off we go. Well, I've seen the uncivilized world. It doesn't suit me here, and I can't live here anymore. And what's the use of crying? If you behave like a lady, and you won't be crying now.
Sent me a letter from Paris. You know how much I love you, Yasha. So much.
Somebody's coming.
We better be off. There's no time left. Someone smells of herring.
We needn't get into our carriages for 10 minutes. Goodbye, dear house. This winter will go, the spring will come, and then you'll exist no more. You'll be pulled down. Oh, my little girl, you're radiant. Your eyes flash like 2 jewels. Are you happy?
Very! A new life is beginning, Mother.
Yes, everything is all right now. Before the cherry orchard was sold, everyone was so excited and we suffered. Well, after the problem was solved, everything suddenly calmed down, and we even became cheerful. I am a bank official, a financier now. Right into the middle. And for some reason, Luba, you just even look so much better. There's no doubt of it.
Yes, it's true. My nerves are better. I sleep well. Yasha, it's time. Take my luggage. My little girl, we'll soon see each other again, yes?
You'll come soon, Mother, won't you? I'll get ready and pass the exam at higher school, and I'll work and help you. We'll read all sort of books to one another, won't we? We'll read in the autumn evenings. We'll read many books, and a new world will be opened up for us. And you'll come, Mother.
Yes, my dear, I'll come.
Oh, Charlotta is happy. She even sings.
My little baby, bye-bye. Hush, my nice little boy.
So please, find me a new place. I can't go on like this.
We'll find you one, all right. Don't you worry, Charlotta.
Everyone is leaving us behind now. Even Varia's leaving. We suddenly seem so unnecessary.
I have nowhere to live in town. I must go away.
Nature's marvel!
Let me get my breath back. Give me something to drink.
Come for what? Money. I'm your humble servant, and I'm just leaving out of the way of temptation.
I haven't been here for so long. Glad to see you here, Lopakin. Here, 400 rubles. That leaves 840.
As if I were dreaming. Where did you get this from?
Something most unexpected happened. Some Englishmen came along and found some clay on my land, and they paid me for it. Oh, here's to you, beautiful lady. 400 rubles. I'll give you the rest later. Just now, a young man on the train told us a great philosopher advises us to jump off roofs. Jump! Think of that.
Wait, but who were these English men?
And please stop the land with the clay for 24 years. Now, excuse me, I must run off. I'll come in on Thursday.
We're off to town, and tomorrow I go abroad.
What? I see furniture, trunks. Oh, never mind. Be happy. God will help you. Everything in this world comes to an end. And when you hear my end has come, just remember there's one such and such similar Christian. God bless his soul. Dashenka sent her love.
Now we can go. But I have 2 anxieties, though. The first is poor fears. We still have 5 minutes.
Mother, Fear has already been sent to the hospital. Yasha sent him off this morning.
The second is Varia. She's used to getting up early and to work. But now, she's no work at all. She's like a fish out of water. She's grown thin, pale, and she cries too. Oh, poor thing. But Lopakin, you know I've always wanted her to marry you too, right? But I suppose you're going to marry somebody. Please give us a second.
You know, to speak the truth, I don't really understand it all myself. Well, if we still have time, let's get it over with, once and for all. I don't think I could ever propose to her without you.
Excellent. I'll call her in.
Well, the champagne's very appropriate. Someone's really drunk them all. Call that licking it up.
Well, Yasha and I will go out, and I'll call her in. Come on. Varya, come over!
I can't seem to find it.
What are you looking for?
I packed it myself and I don't remember.
So, where are you off to now, Varya?
I went to the Regulans to become a housekeeper.
Is that in Yashnevel? That's about 50 miles from here. I guess there'll be no more life in this house.
Is it? Yes, Lobakin. There'll be no more life in this house.
Well, I'm off to Kharkov. I have some business to attend to. I live in Yapikadov here. I've taken him on.
Well, well.
Last year at this time, the snow was already falling. But now, it's nice and sunny. Only it's rather cold. 3 degrees of frost.
Well, I didn't look today morning, and our thermometer's broken.
Lobakin!
I'm coming!
Well? Varya. We must go.
Yes, little mother, it is quite time. I'll get to the Regulans today if I don't miss the train.
Anya, take your things. Now we can go.
Away!
My friends, can I remain silent in leaving this house forevermore? Can I restrain myself?
Uncle! Would you just please be quiet?
All right, I'll be quiet.
It's not time to go.
Yapikadov, my coat!
I'll just sit here for one more minute. As if I've never seen these walls and ceilings so clearly before. Now, I look at them with such greed, with such tender love.
I remember when I was 6, I used to sit by that window and saw my father go to church.
Has all the things been taken away?
Yes, all I think.
You may depend upon me, Lobakin.
What's the matter with your voice?
I saw something just now. I was having a drink of water.
Let's go. Not a soul remains behind.
Till the springs.
Let's take our seats. The train will be in directly.
Peter, here they are. Your stupid galoshes. How old and dirty they look.
Oh, come on.
The train, the station, double red into the corner, across the middle.
Let's go.
Well, is this everyone? There's lots of stuff in that room that needs to be locked away.
Goodbye, house. Goodbye, old life.
Welcome, new life.
Well then, till the springs, until we meet again.
My sister.
Oh, my beautiful, gentle orchard. My happiness, my youth, my life. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Mother!
I still remember my mother used to walk about this room.
Sister.
Mother!
My sister.
We're coming!
It's locked.
They've gone away. They've forgotten about me. Never mind. I will sit here. The onion will have gone your light overcoat. I didn't see these young people. Life's gone at them as never lived. I will like them. I've no strength left at all. Nothing at all. Oh, you bugger!
Thank you so much. I just needed to just share a quick thing. Doing this play, a Chekov play is really, really difficult for beginning actors. And knowing that we have our students doing this was really a challenge. And so having our students being able to pull this off, let's give them a big round of applause. And I think we need to also acknowledge the people who have worked backstage. Let's give a big round of applause to our head of sounds, Penny over there, and our head of lights, Thomas Fong. Yeah, thank you so much. We also need to acknowledge our head of costumes, Angelina Lee. Angelina! Come on, take a bow over here. And our head of sets and props, Karen Yo. Karen. We also have a student here who has been my assistant in directing this show. She's my assistant director, and we have been communicating through Facebook and through talking in class how to make sure that the class will be able to pull themselves together, be united. And so let's give a big round of applause to our assistant director, Olina Su. Olina! And of course, our very, very hardworking stage manager. Let's give a big round of applause to the person who pulled this whole thing. She is the one who tried to make sure that everything was all right. And so she's the unheard and unseen worker behind the stage, our stage manager, Virginia Lowe. And of course, nothing here at Yuchong would be possible without the strong support from our administrative team who's here tonight. A big round of applause to Miss Kaden. And of course, our principals, our co-principals, Miss Chow and Mr. Matuk. You want to say a few words, Mr. Matuk? thank you so much, and we wish you a good night. Thank you.